Hey, what's up, family? Welcome to X to my aunts.
Well, we challenge you to stop playing and start pushing. Well, it's not
This,
funny, boo.
this is my beautiful wife, Yana.
And this is my husband, Aiza.
You okay, baby?
I'm irritable, and you're irritating me.
Okay, baby.
Don't rub me.
I'm gonna rub your belly when we get done.
No.
Okay? Yes, baby.
Oh, will you massage it?
I will. I'll massage your belly.
Don't fake when we get off the video.
Tell me like the undercarriage.
Stop. Why are you saying that?
And the lower belly.
How you gonna tell me I'm pregnant, y'all? In case y'all don't know, he gonna call my belly. I had my belly undercarriage. So,
You be telling me to lift it up, baby.
that's because it feels better when you hold it up.
So I'm gonna hold it
I
up.
look a hot mess.
You look
Lord,
beautiful,
have
boo.
mercy.
look
Forgive us. All right, y'all. We got a question then. I'm sorry to you who wrote this question in. I'm not gonna let my irritability mess with your answer. But here it is. Is it possible to have a fulfilling, healthy, and loving partnership with someone if they don't love themselves? Is it possible to truly love your spouse or partner without knowing and loving yourself? What are you looking at me like that for? Why are you looking at me? Why are you doing that?
What's wrong with me looking at you, baby?
You like so up in my grill right now. Look
I
at the
love you,
video.
bro.
You're doing it on purpose to be irritating.
I'm looking at your lips.
Stop it. Is it possible to have a successful partnership without self-awareness? Well, you messing up the question.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Is it possible to have a successful partnership without self-awareness and self-love? I trust your opinion because of your work and transparency on YouTube. I will most definitely appreciate your response and answer. Thank you. So basically what she wants to know is if you don't really know yourself, you don't really love yourself, if you don't really have a good sense of who you are, how is it or is it possible for you to have a healthy, fulfilling, loving partnership with that person if they just don't really have that? They ain't got that going on.
Yeah.
What you say?
I mean, the simple answer is no.
Oh man.
You know, and let me qualify that too,
Yeah,
because I think that
qualify that.
you can definitely have a fulfilling relationship in the sense that the person is only going to be able to give you the best of what they got. So if they can only give you what they have, and hopefully it's the best of what they have, then that's what you're going to get. You look beautiful, boo.
I'm sorry, just go on to the question.
So they're giving you the best of what they got. And so, you know, if you define a fulfilling relationship in one which they're actually applying themselves and attempting and giving you all of who they are, then yeah, the relationship can be fulfilling to some degree because you know that they're giving you all of who they are. But that still might not necessarily meet your expectations. And in that sense, the answer would be no. So ultimately, I arrive at a space of saying, no, it can't be fulfilling because, again, if there's limitations, which we all have, when it comes to them actually being in the relationship and giving 1,000%, then they only gonna give you what they got. And so if they can only give you 10%, then 10% is what you'll get, and you'll feel like there's something that's being left on the table. So you won't necessarily be happy with the 10%. So again, ultimately, my answer is no. But if you're okay with satisfying for all that they can give you, then you left with that. So that's where I'm at with that.
I would just say that everybody got issues. And I don't think that there's anyone who completely, and totally loves themselves, knows all of themselves, is in complete alignment with all of who they are, and totally at zen, you know, like it just peace, right? I don't think anybody exists like that. And you know, I don't know where you're coming from with this question. I could be wrong. But a lot of times folks come with this type of question because, you know, and this may not be you, but if it's not you, it may be somebody else out there who this may apply to, because they're sitting in judgment of someone else. Can I really have a healthy, fulfilling, loving relationship with this person I'm dealing with? Because I know that they got problems and they got issues and they don't really love themselves. But hey, at the end of the day, we all do. I mean, this dude, he got issues. You know what I'm saying?
Issues?
Major issues.
What about you?
This woman right here, I got issues.
Major issues.
Significant ones, right? So isn't that all of us? And you know, it doesn't mean that you cannot make a determination that there are some things that you cannot negotiate, that you cannot deal with, and that are going to really keep you from being able to connect in with somebody in the way that you know you deserve to be. Certainly there are those areas, but you just got to be careful because really and truthfully, could you get this thing out of my face?
My bad, bro.
Stop it. Really and truthfully, oh my God, I feel like oh my gosh. really and truthfully, none of us hits the mark. None of us really is at this place where any of us can judge another person and say, you don't really love yourself and you're not, so, you can't have a healthy, fulfilling relationship. You can have a healthy, fulfilling relationship, even with people who don't fully love themselves, know themselves, have full self-awareness. Because what does it mean to have a healthy relationship? It means that the relationship has ebbs and flows. It means that there are spaces of ignorance. There are spaces of pure bliss. There are spaces of connection. There are spaces of disconnect. There are spaces where people are totally in denial about things, and spaces where people have crystal clarity. And you are in relationship with that person as they go through their process of becoming. And they are in relationship with you as you go through your process of becoming. No one is totally sitting around on, just on point. That's not a real relationship. So yeah, you can have a healthy, fulfilling relationship with people who got issues, because that's pretty much what we're all doing. But again, I'm just saying that because I don't want you to use that as, my husband's answer in terms of, not necessarily. And you kind of, and so you kind of look at anyone you're dealing with who has issues as someone who is not worthy of your time and effort. There will always be someone who you're dealing with, if you're dating or whatever, who has issues. The bottom line is, what issues can you handle? What issues can you deal with? Which ones can you negotiate? Which ones are you committed to being able to deal with in the other person? And those answers will be different for different people. And then there are certain issues that nobody should really be dealing with, and that's a whole nother kind of question. But just be careful. Doesn't mean you can't have your standards. We always talk about having non-negotiable standards about who you're going to deal with, what you're going to deal with. So I'm not knocking that out. I'm just saying, who ain't got issues?
But I think, but hold up though. I think that an important point to lift up here is that there has to be some sense of healthy understanding of who you are as a person. So, some sense of
or commitment to doing that. Commitment to pursuing that path, right?
But see, here's the thing. For you to ask this particular question about whether or not you can have a fulfilling and healthy relationship with somebody who doesn't love themselves, the question that I want to ask you is that why are you attracting somebody who doesn't love themselves? And so to me, for you to attract that type of person, it's indicative of something that you got going on within yourself. And so if this person that you're attracting is a broken person, then it's a good possibility that you're probably broken yourself. And so if you're broken and you got two people who are trying to be in a relationship and you got two broken folks trying to work something out together, then no, the relationship won't necessarily be fulfilling. However, let me just qualify that even further. You got two broken people that are trying to work in their relationship and are trying to be in relationship with one another, then you could also be content in your brokenness. And so this particular question that you're asking, you can go down several different avenues. Yes, in one respect, it can be fulfilling because you got two broken people dealing with and being content with their brokenness. But then it can also be unfulfilling because you recognize in the midst of the brokenness that this ain't what we're trying to do. This ain't the space that I'm trying to be in. And so this person ain't meeting my expectations. And so with that being said, then, you're not happy. You're not fulfilled in a relationship. But I think that, in order to be happy, to be whole in a relationship, it's imperative that y'all both get to some sense of knowing and understanding of who you are and some sense of self-love. But it's a process. It's really a process, as my wife just mentioned, for you to arrive there. Because when you're in a relationship, you constantly hitting bumps and bruises and working through stuff. And you ain't going to get to no place of hotel, no place of peace, no utopia in a relationship unless you're willing to put forth the work. So you can't be in a relationship expecting it's all going to be peaches and cream. You got to realize that if you want that perfect person, if you want that perfect relationship, it don't exist. It don't exist, but you can work towards.
It can be perfectly imperfect.
Yeah, exactly. But in order to do that, you know what you got to do. You got to stop playing and start pushing.
And go do my hair. Bye.